from gritty pay-per-view roots to a potential billion-dollar streaming empire. UFC's broadcasting story is wild. Today we're breaking it all down. Past deals, what worked, what flopped, and what happens if Netflix and Amazon step into the octagon. I'm the Rambling Dad, and this is the broadcasting history of the UFC and its future vibes. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get started.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
So let's rewind back to 1993. UFC 1 hits pay-per-view. Cable providers like Viewers Choice carried this no-rules brawl. It's raw, it's chaotic, and 86,000 fans buy in. But here's the catch, it's pay-per-view or nothing. And by the late 90s, their buys tanked to 20,000. The UFC's barely surviving on VHS sales alone. Fast forward to 2001. Zuffa buys it for $2 million. Pay-per-view is king, but in 2005, Spike TV changes everything. The Ultimate Fighter drops. The Griffin Bonner finale, 2.6 million viewers, free on cable, pay-per-view explodes, UFC 52 hits 280,000 buys, but Spike's cheap, maybe $10 million a year. It's a start, but it's not a jackpot. Then in 2011, Fox Sports swoops in with a $700 million 7-year deal.
The UFC and the Fox Sports Media Group announced a 7-year partnership which will see the UFC broadcast on network television for the first time in its 18-year history.
Hello and welcome to Studio 2A at the Fox Network Center. I'm Joe Rogan and I'm very excited that you're able to join
UFC on Fox 1 pulls 5.7 million viewers mainstream vibes, but ratings dip later and Fox shifts to WWE by 2018. Now it's 2019, ESPN signs a $1.5 billion deal through to 2025, pay-per-view moves to ESPN Plus, Fight Nights hit TV, and it's pulling $300 million a year. As of March 2025, that deal's expiring, and the UFC are eyeing up a $1 billion future. So what's made the UFC a media beast? Let's break it down. In the early days, pay-per-view worked for the die-hard fans. Direct cash, no middleman, but no free exposure. If we look at the Spike era, the Ultimate Fighter was genius. Free fights, hooked new fans, pay-per-view soared, low cost, big impact. Downside? Spike's niche was young dudes only, and the tiny fees capped the cash. During the Fox era, broadcast TV screamed legitimacy. The $100 million deal a year fueled growth with better production, with bigger stars. But Fox got bored, ratings slid, and Fuel TV was a ghost town early on. Now for the ESPN era. Streaming on ESPN Plus was perfect timing, with 25 million subscribers by 2023. Steady $300 million a year smoothed the ride, but Fight Nights in ESPN TV flopped by 500,000 viewers. And pay-per-view prices, $75 plus a subscription. The fans were grumbling. The big lesson? Free exposure builds fans, but premium pays the build. Mismatched partners or high costs equal trouble. Okay, so 2025's here. ESPN's deal ends soon. The UFC wants over $1 billion a year. Enter Netflix and Amazon, two streaming giants with cash to burn. How does this work? So ESPN gets first dibs until April 15th, 2025. But if they cut ties, Netflix are coming fresh off a $5 billion WWE deal. Amazon, fully charged with the NBA and NFL, they jump in. The UFC could go exclusive or split rights. A pay-per-view here, Fight Nights there, but what would that look like? If we're talking realistic scenarios, it could look like this. Netflix stakes $700 million for Fight Nights, whilst pay-per-views stays with ESPN. With a joint 300 million subscribers globally, the UFC would have an insane reach. But Netflix live streaming is a little bit shaky. Think back to Titan and Paul and the network issues that fans experience. If Amazon puts up $1.2 billion for everything, pay-per-views on Prime Video, rock solid tech, 175 million viewers, but it could strain their sports budget. What about a split deal? Netflix takes Fight Nights, and then Amazon or ESPN keep the pay-per-views. A $1 billion total deal with max exposure, but fans need 2 apps, which isn't ideal. Some dream scenarios would be Netflix exclusive, $1.2 billion, all events, The Ultimate Fighter rebooted, global domination, a one-stop shop. Netflix just needs to nail its live tech. An Amazon exclusive? $1.5 billion, pay-per-view in Prime, Fight Pass bundled with it, top dollar, slick features, and what if you had Alexa calling out stats mid-fight? A hybrid model could be Netflix, Amazon, and Fox split the deal 3 ways, $1.5 billion between them. With free TV for casuals, streaming for the hardcore fans, this could scream NFL vibes. So what's the payoff? Realistically, a split deal hits $1 billion. That comes with huge growth, fans adjusting to streaming like they already are. Amazon's 1.5 or a hybrid deal makes the UFC a global monster. Revenue doubles, reach triples. Asia, Europe, everywhere. For fans, it's bittersweet. One platform makes it easy, but costs may rise. Prime could come in at $14.99, plus a pay-per-view cost. And nobody wants that. Still, with on-demand replays, 4K streams, tech's a win. The UFC have timed this perfectly. No big sports rights are up. Netflix and Amazon are hungry. Dana White said it himself. The media's changing fast. This could be the UFC's billion-dollar knockout. So that's the UFC's wild ride, from scrappy pay-per-views to a streaming kingpin. What do you think? Netflix, Amazon, or chuck in a curveball? Drop your take in the comments, smash that like button, and make sure you subscribe for more content like this in the future. I've been your rambling dad. Up until next time, people. Peace.